Hey Google, let's create. Bang, bang, bang! What's going on, guys? If you want to figure out how to create an at-home studio, then you're in the right spot, because before, this place used to look like this. Alex, hit it. Yep, that's me in the middle of a room. Basically, it was like a toilet. I was sitting in just like a big white toilet bowl. But now it's a really dope voice activated studio, and I want to break down exactly what I use to turn it on with just voice activation, all the smart lights that I use, the camera equipment that I use, the whole 9 yards. So let's break it down, give you everything with the current prices of everything, and a special something at the end, because honestly, you guys, I run a team. By the way, my name is Maxwell. I run a team that scales entrepreneurs' brands online, and I will say this first and foremost before we get started: none of this matters. None of it. Not even a little bit. Your equipment does not matter nearly as much as what you are saying and how you are saying it. So at the very end of this video, I'm gonna give you a very special exclusive access to something that I just launched, and I wanna give you access to on what to say and how to say it, much more importantly than the lighting and all the cool cameras gear. But I know it's cool, it's great to have, and honestly, it does make you look a little bit more like an authority. So without further ado, I'm gonna break down all of my camera equipment so that you can best create a voice activated studio, whether you're at your home, at your office. Let's get into it. So it's a Saturday, and what we're gonna do is just go totally behind the scenes with you. Show the shorts. Shorts Saturday, people. Come on, back up here. Yep. What we're gonna organize this video into is, first off, camera gear, second, lighting that you may use, and audio, of course. Finally, the desk setup, all voice activated. So first and foremost here, show them the camera up here. These are the same cameras that I use as the Sony a7S II, and then the one recording is a Sony a7R II. I would actually recommend getting the Sony a7S II, but if you are that type of person where you're like, I need to see myself on screen, this little flat back here does not come up all the way. It does not do the selfie angle. So if you want that camera, I have the perfect solution for you, and I recommend this to all of my clients as well. It's a Sony a6400. Bang, here's a nice photo of it. It gives you that nice selfie angle. And this is great because now I can come to my desk, which, by the way, I'll get to what exactly this desk is, but I can come sit down here. I have the camera coming down on me like this, and so I can do Zoom calls, etc. Sometimes I've used it in other videos, but nonetheless, that's the camera that I use. Oh, lens. Of course, you want to know the lens to use. This lens right here that gives you this nice buttery background and I can get really close and intimate is the 20 prime lens. And so here, by the way, guys, I'm linking everything down below, so you can get these products, everything just down below. Yes, it's my Amazon affiliate and I get $2 or whatever from you buying it. But the point is, this is how you get that buttery aspect. I do have the lens up there. It's actually a 24 to 70 model, but this is the one that you want, that 20 millimeter. So it's nice, close, and whether you're at your desk or wherever, it's great for you. Let's move on to lighting. So here, let's come this way with me. So actually, as you can see, this light right here bounces off these two walls and then comes down to me coming this way. So yeah, show them one more time. So the light goes bouncing off those two walls. Yep, here, it's okay, it's okay. It comes bouncing off those two walls, and then I set up the camera. Yep, there it is. I set up the camera right here. It's more like that. There it is. And so I just put it on a tripod right here in the corner. I usually don't have someone helping me film, but here we are. So we'll stand back up. And the cool thing is, this is just kind of like the trendy YouTube studio setup where like I'm well lit like this and the background's dark. It's very easy to set up. Just make sure that you have a light source coming down on you. I'm reflecting off the wall because I don't have space to put the box light down on, or I don't have the box light in the corner pointing down on me. So I just have it bouncing off the walls, diffusing and making me nice and well lit. So if you want lighting, I highly recommend doing those box lights. It usually comes in a package of 2 or 3, and that is exactly what you need for lighting. But I will say this, if you don't want to have this like kind of dark YouTube studio-ish, then here's the thing is, that back there is a blackout curtain. So it allows me to be in this dark room, or if I wanted to, wait for it, hold the camera still, bang, look at that. Now we are in a well-lit studio. So the best thing that you want to do is just get blackout curtains. It is going to make your life so much easier when setting up your lighting for any and all of your videos. As you see on that back wall, I actually have, here, we can maybe go over here real quick. I actually have this giant photo wallpaper. that I usually keep up, but recently I've just been keeping it down because it really just does such a great job at just adding a different aspect, like color aspect to the room. So what I mean by that is the entire room is white, but if you watch some of my recent videos, you'll see that one side of the room is white and the other side is black. The Think Media guys do this, tons of people do it because it adds a nice like dimension to the room. So I really enjoy having this down, and it also helps with the sound. So sound just absorbs into this paper. And I use it for backgrounds. I'll put up Post-it notes as you guys see in my other videos. I really, really recommend this. And again, it's all to deplete the sound and to look cool while you do it. So, which comes next to the microphone. So here, I'll literally just show you the microphone that I'm using. This is the, what is it called? Ceramic TX9. This is just something that I've been using for the past, man, probably 3 years or so. This is just like the most trusted and true microphone. I've tried the smaller ones that are tiny and also hook up to your phone. Those are good, and actually I'll give you an option right here, just a little screenshot. I'll also link it down below, but this one is what I always hook up to my cameras. It's what I just, again, it's trusted, it's tried, it's true. It just, I think it's around like 200 bucks, maybe 300 if you want to do 2 of them, and if you're in like a podcast or interview stage, but you only need 1 if you're doing videos like the one that I'm doing right now. So yeah, there it is, the Ceramic TX9, I think I said. And yeah, it's just a fantastic mic option. But I will say this, if you want to take your mics to the next level, then what I do for all of like my Zoom calls and whatnot is I use this bad boy. This is kind of like the podcast mic, if you will. It's called the Shure SM7B. It is definitely more pricier than the the Ceramic that I just showed you, but the cool thing about this mic is it is so buttery. Here, watch this. I'm gonna just start the record, which by the way, I have this hooked up to all of my, oh yeah, you hear the difference? Yeah, it gets real buttery and I sound nice and cool like I'm Donkey from Shrek.
That's right, fool. Now I'm a flying talking donkey.
No, but for real, this is just a great mic to use if you do want to ramp up your equipment and you have the budget for it. I highly recommend using the Shure SM7B. You've seen it in tons of podcasts like the Joe Rogan and all those guys. They all use this mic right here. I have tried all the different types of extensions. They're actually sitting in that closet back there. I have the nice arm that comes up. I have the other one, the other mount that comes up like this and then goes out. But this guy right here, it's just the most simple. It's actually the cheapest option too. I love this so much because I can literally just push this around to different areas of my desk. And if I'm not using it, I just put it over there. If I am using it, I just bring it here and I'll be talking to people on my Zoom like this. You guys have seen me do it on my previous videos. And so, yeah, this is it. This is the real buttery sounding microphone that I highly recommend using if you want to, revamp up your game. But when it comes to audio, this is what you need to avoid. And if you guys watched the last video, again, this is the third video of a 3-part series where we're finally talking about equipment. But when you set up your shot, it's absolutely imperative that you avoid toilet bowl talk. And toilet bowl talk is when you're just like talking into like this echoey room that's absolutely just terrible, and it sounds like you are talking into a toilet because there's so much echo. The best thing that you guys can do in order to diffuse the sound is to look around the room, to diffuse the sound using foam or hit them with the feet. Yep, a rug. I swear, just here, pull it back up. The rug and that big mat up top, just putting the rug down and that giant mat diffuse the sound in this room by about 45%. Now, if you look over on this wall, I also have these like white panels. Honestly, these are more so to like look cool. They definitely help a little bit, but I just thought it was nice because we'll get into neons and all the smart voice activation here in a second. But it also covers like the wires that come up here. So a little secret if you've been watching my videos and you're like, how does he get floating lights? Well, actually here, bring the camera super close. You can actually see the strip goes behind those, behind these like hexagon sound panels. So it kind of does a double service here where it diffuses the sound, actually depletes the sound for my neighbors who are loud as shit. They're always playing video games and like gaming and just cussing all the time. Diffuses their sound and it hides all of the wires. So I get to have this really cool lighting strips right here. I think we've hit camera gear well, we've hit the audio well. I've shown you the mics that I use for my videos. I do it for Zoom calls. When I want to do the podcast and do the nice buttery sound, we have that. But now let's dive into the fun stuff, which is setting up the actual desk and the voice automation lights. Let's go over here. So the cool thing about this desk specifically is it's actually just one giant desk, and it's made by Autonomous, which is great because now I can either sit down like this, or here, show them this little button over here. I can come in here and I basically program these two buttons, and watch, if I hit one, then I can just simply stand up. It's a nice automated standing desk, which makes it nice because I'm 6'4" and I hate like hunching over. And here's the thing, I guarantee if you're watching this, you're most likely an entrepreneur trying to not get tech neck, meaning that hunched over look that you see like the old guys who've just been in tech for their whole lives. That's called tech neck. One of my buddies is a doctor, and anyways, he calls it that. And so this allows me to stand up. I have an MSI monitor right here. I just have my MacBook Pro right here, just set up on this basically like holder that holds everything up. Here is the Zoom P4, by the way, which this is what the Shure mic connects to. So this connects to my Zoom P4. The Zoom P4 then connects to, actually the wires all go down below. This allows me to just look eye level with my computers. And I will tell you what guys, at least for me, I am in grind mode right now scaling this business up. I work basically 6 days a week plus some, and I just want to make sure that I have good posture along the way. So this really helps with that. And I spend probably, definitely more than 50%, probably around 60 to 70% of my days standing up. So allows me to, I guess, burn calories along the way, but more importantly, avoid tech neck. And on top of that, I have this like ergonomic stool. This thing is pretty cool. This allows me to not have like a backrest. So instead of just lounging, and again, like when you lounge, your neck kind of like sticks forward. And that's, again, what my doctor friend told me is just going to ruin your neck over time and give you pains, headaches, the whole 9 yards. So I really love that ergonomic stool plus the desk. And you know, I have some Bose speakers right here just to keep it vibey. I have a nice window overlooking Miami, which is kind of cool. And yeah, you know, environment is everything, but as we think environment is everything, let's think about the dope lights, right? Everybody wants to have this like voice activated light system. And so I have the video editing experts. This is what our team originally started with, is just video editing, but then we were able to scale up into graphic design, social media management, and people just knew us as VEE, obviously an acronym for video editing experts. And so now we're known as the VEE Team. We help entrepreneurs scale their brands up in the best way possible. You know, we always say we'll generate an extra $150,000 for you in your annual revenue just by posting to social media alone. And by the way, that's just using 1 hour a week. Yeah, again, I'm gonna show you guys a totally awesome thing that you wanna use at the end of this video that's gonna allow you not to focus on just the equipment, but what to say and how to say it. Let's break down the lights. How the heck do we get such cool lights? These are all smart lights. So again, they are kind of hidden behind these hexagon shapes. They get to change colors, but they are all run by this guy right here. This is my Google Home. So anytime I say something like, hey Google, turn the office red. Thank you so much, Google. Or maybe when I say, hey Google, turn the box light off. Boom! It takes a second to happen, but it's absolutely incredible. And so I love changing the colors to red, especially late at night if I'm working. Red is the weakest color on you, so it's going to hurt your eyes the least amount. Everybody knows that blue light hurts your eyes, so the opposite of that is using red light. It's the weakest, and it's really just nice to use. Hey Google, make the office aqua. And so that's kind of cool. I get to change it back and forth if I'm doing different videos or different Zoom settings, stuff like that. It just allows for a cooler vibe. Now I will say this, when it comes to activating your lights, the LED strips is just the first part, but if you're working with maybe some other different lights, you can also use lights like here. We'll go over here to, here, I'm gonna put this back down real quick. When I don't have the window closed, I usually use this light, so I can even tell Google, hey Google, make the big lamp white. And so that way it gets brighter, or I can change it to red or whatever I want. So the cool thing here is I'm actually using a smart bulb. This is not an LED strip that goes up to the top, it's a smart bulb. And so everything is activated from the Google, which by the way, always works with either a Google Home or Alexa device. So It really allows you to automate the whole thing. I actually have one of our clients, John, who has automated his curtains that go up and down. I haven't done that yet, but here, let's just run a clip of John's awesome studio that we helped him build with the voice activation. Look at that curtain going by. Isn't that cool? That's voice activated. So again, this is all driven from Google, from your Alexa. It's all just easy to use. So when I walk in, I can just say, hey Google, let's create, and all of the lights come on right then and there. So like I said, the most important thing is not about your equipment. It's not about the camera, the lighting, the microphone. It's what you're saying and how you are saying it. Think about it. You're not gonna listen to someone just because of their lighting. It might gain their attention for a bit, but what's gonna hold that attention and keep that attention, and if you're watching this, you're probably wanting to use content for your business. The only way to get people to convert from your content is by what you are saying and how you are saying it. So I want to give you something totally awesome that is live right now. It's actually a training on the 3 tips we use to gain and hold people's attention, exactly showing you what to say and how to say. It's our best 3 tips here in 2021, and I just highly recommend that you watch it, because you'll probably get results similar to, how about Ravi, who now generates 3 new clients on average for every single video that he posts. Imagine posting a video, just any type of video, and generating 3 new clients every single time. And by the way, this is not about having 1 million followers or 1 million subscribers or 100,000. No, even with our channel with relatively low subscribers, we are consistently and predictably gaining new clients every single week just for our high ticket offer from our small channel. So everything that we do is practice, it's tried, it's true. It works for big profiles, it works for people who are developing and growing their profiles. So go check it out. The link is below. The training is right then and there. It's on our website, and I look forward to seeing you in that training. Yo gang, so I just wanted to go a little bit more behind the scenes with you as far as my desk setup goes, because here's the thing, it actually gets a little bit intricate when you want to set up your camera to your microphone, to your computer, if you want to do it for Zoom calls or maybe your content or something like that, right? Well, let me start off with the keyboard and trackpad. These are just Bluetooth, wireless. You know, I have a nice charger sticking up from the autonomous desk here. I got my phone just on a little stand, just keeps it nice, clean, organized. But the wires is what really, I've done the best that I possibly could to make this as wireless as possible, even though there are tons of wires working here. And so let me show you exactly the breakdown. Let's come back around to the back of this desk here. So we have, now you can kind of see the madness just in this one little pocket, but again, if I were to back up, it's relatively a nice, clean aesthetic, and it really starts from the camera here. So first and foremost, I have a battery here that comes, and it's actually an extended battery charger. So this is plugged into the outlet, and it really allows for me to record for as long as I want without ever having to think about the battery. This is massive, you guys. I highly suggest you spend the 20 or 25 bucks that it costs to do that. Then this plug right here, this basically comes from the camera and allows for the display to be hooked up from the visual so that you can have your face shown on your Zoom or on your content. Really allows for not just the battery to be charged, but the visual to be synced with your computer. It just runs down this nice mount that I have. I actually think this is currently out of stock, but I'll put an updated link down below in the description so you guys have that. Nice, just, you know, tied here with a little Velcro. Comes back down here, down into the bottom here, and I have an extension cord that basically holds all of my, here, let's see if I can get down deep in here. I have the extension cord that has all the little plugs there. See the plugs sticking in there? Yeah, that's an extension cord held by this, which comes with the autonomous desk. Then it all comes together right here. Once it's plugged into the outlet, plugged into the camera, I have just a few cords all plugging into this massive USB-C charger. So I get one thing sticking into my computer for all of these different things. So right here, this is actually the cam link. Here, I'll come back onto the other side. This is the cam link adapter, which allows for me to have an HD video on my Zoom calls and in my content. Here, let's see if I can get that nice, there it is. There's a little focus for you. So that way it's HD. I also have my Zoom PodTrack P4 here, which allows for my my nice mic to be synced up with my Zoom. Then after that, I have this cord right here, which allows for this monitor to be plugged in to this, which is then synced up with my laptop. So long story short, it is very imperative that you have the cam link, which keeps the video HD from your camera from up there. Then it is very, very important that you have your monitor set up and your charger from the Zoom P4 hooked up to this guy. So very, very important behind the scenes look here on how all the wiring is worked. So I really only have just a few things plugged in. I have an aux mic right here, just plugged into my Bose speakers. And then I have the other side, which plugs into the monitor. So really just keeps it nice, keeps it sleek, and allows for the nice modern look and just a clean look, because honestly, you guys, I can't stand when things are messy. Don't get me wrong, I'm not perfect. Sometimes it does get messy, but at least this allows for me to have all the wires and everything organized. Shout out to Autonomous. I do not have any affiliation with them, at least at this point. So I just am a big fanatic. I recommend it to all of my clients and everyone that we help set up studios for. So shout out to them. They do a phenomenal job. You can check out their stuff linked below. But yeah, guys, I think that's it. I think we can call it a wrap. Again, the biggest thing is not to just focus on your equipment. The camera is cool, the lens is cool, but what matters way more. Think about this, Gary Vee, who shoots tons of videos and he has like 4 videographers around him at all times. Even he pulls up a selfie on a daily basis. Why? Because it works. If you are all of a sudden in someone's personal bubble, that will work, and you do not need a nice camera to make that happen. No, you can just simply do it with your phone. If it's made anywhere past 2015, you're shooting with HD, so I highly recommend just getting started and using the training below to understand exactly what to say and how to say it. That right there is going to allow you to gain people's attention, hold their attention, and convert it into new clients, no matter what size of subscribers or followers you have. So without further ado, go watch that training, start decking out your voice automated studio, and get to work. Start creating content. See you guys in that training. Peace. Hey Google, shut down the office.